by ColourPop, collab with MakeupShayla. This is the color scheme. I used to use this one like all the time. It's really, really pretty. But I don't know what I'm going to do. So let's just get into it. So we're going to start out with the Morphe 518. And it's just this fluffy blending brush. So we're going to go with the shade. Let's do Culture. And it's this matte peachy looking shade here. Brown peachy. And we're going to place it in our crease area. I'm going to try to do a halo eye. I used to do those all the time. I kind of got away from them, but let's see what we can do today. Okay. So, we put on our brush, and we're just going to place it right in the crease. And I'm doing a little light circular motions and then back and forth. I'm trying to do something today. It's going to be really, really quick, so I can get out the door. Ooh, these shadows still perform pretty good because I've had this eyeshadow palette like for a couple of years when ColourPop first came out with it. Now they have a lot of new eyeshadow palettes, like a lot of new ones. I saw a jewel tone one yesterday, and I kind of slowed down after, I think, the Lush for Life. I don't know which one it was exactly, but I've been trying to slow down with purchasing them, but they are so pretty. That new wine looking color, Orchid for You, I think that's what it is. So pretty, so pretty. The Halloween palettes, really pretty. And this new jeweled tone palette, I said, Michelle, don't you do it. Don't you do it. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said in my other videos, I am really enjoying my stash because a lot of these shades are repetitive, but the palettes are so pretty. So we'll see. But I'm gonna probably wait anyways. I don't know 100%, but I'm gonna probably wait. Like, I've also been eyeing that Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. I think that's a 12 pan palette, I believe, for $18. That everybody's comparing to the Patrick Ta palette. Now, I have been watching that one, but again, I'm like, I have these colors. Michelle, what are you doing? You know what? Buying makeup and stuff like this is an addiction. And I acknowledge it. But I have slowed down a good bit. Like a good bit. So we're just going to continue to blend. And I'm going to share with you all tomorrow. My Glam Light box came last night. So I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow with the items I purchased. So I'm going to definitely get that one up much faster and quicker than I normally get videos up. That's my goal anyway. So we're going to try to make that happen. And I was just placing a little bit more back into the crease. And I'm just going up a little bit above the crease area right where that brow bone is. Because we're going to take a lighter shade and blend these two together. And I don't know if they still sell this palette or not. But this is what was like one of their most popular palettes when it came out. The color scheme and stuff. So I think I want to do I need to get me a notebook, and I'm just talking just to be talking this morning, so it's not super quiet in my video. But I do want to get me a notebook and start writing down videos that I want to do other than just these eyeshadow videos. Like start sharing my collection in sections, and maybe buy some brands if I have like so much, like ColourPop or B1. I have quite a few BH cosmetics. I have a lot of more. If you have a lot of Profusion palettes. And then I have a lot of Anastasia palettes. So I may just do that, but I first need to get my life together and come up with a plan on how to, what order I need to do them in, if that makes sense. So I'm going to see how that'll work out. So now I am going to try to find a bigger, fluffier brush. I'm going to go in with the, this will probably work, this BH Cosmetics number 12 brush. This used to be one of my favorite brushes. I don't know why I stopped using it. It's a nice, thick, fluffy brush. And it's good for applying shadows, like right in this crease area where I was applying it. I don't have a light matte shade in here. Oh my gosh, I do not. Let me see. There's not a light one, because all of them are dark, deep tones. So, let's see if it's one in here. Yeah. So I'm going to take this one. I don't know which one it is, but it's this, the one they had on their website. And it's more of the neutral tone one. Well, let's take this shade. And you can take any matte shade. Let's see. And we're going to take the third one on the top row. It's more like a taupey type shade. I'm just going to put it on my brush. And you can take any shade that's similar to this or similar to your skin tone. And we're just going to place it at the top, going up to the brow bone, so we can blend out this shadow. You see, it gives it a little taupey look. And I'm just placing it. Just placing it on the same way. I'm just packing it like really, really good. Because this shade is like on a more deeper side, I want it to work well together. And then I'm also making sure my eyeshadow base is set. Now I went back in with my Plan and Makeup by Yolanda in the shade Foundation. I really do like this. To me, it's a dupe for Brain Freeze, P. Louise base. that's what I think is a dupe for, because it's really, really good. So we're going to just make sure it's really coated really, really good. I think this should do it. And now we're going to blend in circular motions and then windshield wiper motions, just to make sure it's placed evenly on that area of the eye. So now we're going to go back in with this Morphe brush we started with, and go back in with that same shade, Culture, and place it back in the crease. And I'm going up a little bit higher where I did when I first started, right above this bone over your eye. So the shade, you can still see the shade. Bam. So now we're going to go in with, let's see if we can do it this way. This Sigma E63 brush, and it says that it's an airbrush blender brush, and it's just this little fiber type brush. We're going to take the shade, because like I said, I want to do more like a halo eye today. So let's take the shade Plain Q, I think that's what they say, Plain Q. And it's this deep matte shade next to the last shade on the last row. I'm just going to pack a little bit on the sides of it and place it on the outer V and blend it. Let's get a little bit more. I like this brush because it's not really packing it, which was what I was afraid of when I placed it. It was going to take a lot to blend it, but I do like this brush for doing this. Get back in focus. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to get this glam light video out. So now I'm just going to place a little bit right in the inner corner of my eye. I'm going to try to get that video out within the next day or two. But the way my life's set up, who never knows. But that's my goal, to get it out so I can at least share with you all what I received. But I'm going to try my best to do a look with it, one of the eyeshadow palettes. So I'm just placing this same shade in my inner corner and lightly blending up towards my crease. And a little more because I want the shadow to pop right in this inner and outer corner. Now we're gonna blend. So now we're gonna put a little bit more on this outer V area. And kind of go around the shape of my crease. And a little bit more. And I'm liking this brush because it's not applying too much where I'm actually having this shadow everywhere. So that's a plus. Like I said, I haven't done a halo eye like in forever. So this brush is really helping because it's not a packing brush. That's why I like it. So let's place a little bit more here. And I'm actually stamping now. Yes, it's gonna be cute. I can't sing, by the way. Okay, so we're just gonna flick out these edges. And then just kind of blend. And I'm just lifting up my eye so I can get right in that crease because I don't want to go too high with it. Okay, so now we're going to take the other side and do the same thing. And pack it on the outer V, going up into the crease. And the inner corner. Just packing first. into the crease and do your circular, not your circular, windshield wiper motion to connect around the shape of your crease. And blend. Now I'm going in my circular motions, making sure the shadow is blended in with the first shade. And doing the same thing for this eye. Okay. Now it's okay if it gets like on the center of your lid, because you're going to replace your shade for the middle of your eye anyways when you put like you can use concealer or you can use a glitter glue or something like that. So we're definitely going to do that. So don't worry about it if it covers the middle of your eye. Okay, so we're just blending a little more, making sure we have the desired shade. I'm just making sure you can see actually the shadow when I get done with it, because I do want this deeper shade to show and not just be a wash of color, but you can actually see the color when we do the halo eye. Okay, so I'm liking it so far. So we're going to go back in with this Morphe brush. And with the first shade we started out with, I'm about to drop it. And go back right above the crease and place it back in that area. And I'm trying not to touch the dark, deeper brown shade, because I don't want my lid to start looking muddy at the top, because that will happen with this deep shade. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush. Now we're going to go in with a more denser brush, because I feel like I need to blend out this deep shade. So I'm going to use this ColourPop E2 brush, and I put a little bit shadow on here. And let's see if we can work this out to look more blended than we did with that Sigma brush. Okay, so I think that's a little better. Just a little bit. Yeah. Do the same thing for this eye, because I feel like it's looking patchy with that brush, because it's not really a blender brush. It says it's a some type of airbrush brush. So I think it's kind of like one of those brushes I use to diffuse shadows in my crease, because it was looking like it was just placing it, but it wasn't really blending it to my liking. Yeah, that's much better. It's a little bit well blended than it did. So now we're gonna go in with my glitter glue by Too Faced. You know what? Let's take a little bit of concealer first. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand, not too much, because I'm gonna use one of these lighter shades, so I can kind of have an area to place it on. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my pinky. I hope it's not too much, and focus it right on the center and going up. No, that was a little bit too much. So the rest of it I'm gonna wipe off with this makeup wipe, and make sure my fingers are dry. I think I want to go in a brush with this, because I don't want to make it too messy. I'm going to take this Anastasia, one of these little double-ended brushes, and use this side of the brush. What's up with my brushes lately? And just pack it and flatten it where I'm going to put the shade. And we're going to go up to the crease area. And we're not going to go to the inner and outer corners. We're going to stop right where we want that shade. Now, it may go over a little bit further than you want the shade, but that's okay because you can always go back in with the shade on your lid to blend out the other areas of your eye. And it was actually more than I expected to be on here, but we're going to see what we can do. Because like I said, I haven't done one of these halo eyes like in a very long time. Because for one, they take a little more time to do. And I already be taking all day doing these little simple looks. So, but I did want to do this morning. And I like this. That's pretty. Coming together. So now we're going to we're going to keep this same brush and we're going to use the shade. I wonder what shade look good with this. I've been doing a lot of rose gold shades. So let's go in with the shade Spill the Tea, which is the first shade on the second row. And we're going to place that right on the center where we placed the concealer. And you want to pack this because that concealer or glitter glue, whichever you use, needs to set this shimmer shade. So we're going to take our time and just pack it onto that area of the eye. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure it's coated really good. One last layer on it for now. And I'm just placing it in the shape of my eye. Okay, so now we're going to put it on the other eye. The same thing. You want to pack it. This is a pretty shade too. And you want to pack it in the shape of your eye. Okay, so now I think we can go back in with this blending brush by Sigma. And now we can diffuse out these edges. And I'm doing it in circular motions and windshield wiper motions. And now we're going to go diffuse out the other eye. I'm not going to go with the inner and outer yet because we got to get this shimmer shade sitting how we want it. And I'm just lightly blending the crease area of this shadow. Making sure it's not harsh in this area. So I think that's looking okay, but not great, but okay. So now we're gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics number 17 brush, and it's just this little small blending brush. And we're going to take this deeper shade, the very last shade we used on our eye, which is this shade here, the next to the last shade in the palette, and start placing this back on the inner and outer V by blending it. And I only placed a little bit on the tip of the brush. And then go up and around back over that shade. And the same thing for this one. You want to place a little bit more back onto the outer V and blend. Because you don't want that harshness where you place your concealer, eyeshadow base, or your glitter glue. You want to make sure it's blended. For some reason, it's not coming out like I want to with this shade. I think this gold shade is kind of taking over this brown shade, but we're going to keep going. It may not be a high halo eye when I get done with it, but we're going to see how we can finish it. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I feel like the shimmer shade is actually, it's going over into my outer V, which I did not want, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, and then lightly blend. Okay, so now let's do it one last time so we can kind of see what it's going to look like coming together. Because you know, when it's like this and it's not cleaned up, you really can't really fix it until you kind of clean up the edges. That's, at least I can't, until I get my edges how I want them. Like when I clean up with my white, then I can kind of see what I'm missing on this eye and what I need to add and stuff like that. So that's what I like to do when I clean up my eye area. So I'm just blending this crease area with this brown and making sure it's blended. And the same thing for the other eye. We're just blending. So I think I'm liking the way it's coming together. I didn't expect it to take this long. See, that's why I don't do these things. I like my other way and just keep going. I would have been done by now. I think they're pretty, but you have to do these things when you got like time. And a lot of my videos I film right before I'm going to work, so it does not work for me sitting up planning, trying to be all creative on my way to work. Okay, so I'm just blending it out, sort of kind of match this eye, so the smoky shade can go out a little further. And you can actually see the halo when we place a little bit more back into the center of the lid. I like this little brush. I'm just blending these edges and this inner crease. Inner crease. Inner crease? I don't know. Either way, it's the crease. So we're going to keep blending. And I did not add any more shadow from when I first picked up this brush. I'm just blending what's here on my lid already. Okay, so I think that's kind of like okay. We're going to go back in with this Makeup Shack brush that we started with. Where did it go? Where did the brush go? Okay, here it is. No, that's not it. Okay. And it wasn't Makeup Shack, it's Morphe. With this first shade we started with. And then we're going to set some more of that back in this area. Right above the crease. Okay. Because I feel like I just got rid of that shade. And we're going to lightly blend, barely touching it. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want this brown shade to go up too high. So now what I'm going to do is go in now with my finger with that same shade we began with. And just place it on the center of my lid, just patting it. So give that halo effect back on it. And the same thing with this one. So now we'll go back in with this ColourPop brush and blend out these edges one last time. I just want to make sure that shade, you could actually see it on my lid. Okay, so I think and my eyes been like irritated the last 2 days, so I will not be applying any lashes to my eyes. So I'm gonna go back in with this deeper shade and just flick it so we can see it. And I'm just flicking it on here. And in the crease. And one last time with this Morphe brush, just to make sure these edges are not harsh. So now we're just making sure that actually it's just like really nice. Now we're going to clean up the eye area with our makeup wipe, a little micellar water. I love simple because of my eyes being irritated if I put like kept a lot of perfumes and stuff around my eyes. I don't need that because they'll run like all day long. And we're going to clean up under our eye area. And this video may go up after my Glam Light unboxing, because a lot of times when I film, I just save my videos and I kind of like post them. I try to stay ahead of my videos, so it just depends. So that may be posted before this video. And let me know if you all purchased any of those Glam Light, and I'm just blending a little bit more. Let me know if you all purchased any of those Glam Light eyeshadow palette or anything from that bundle. So this is the final look. Not 100% with it, but it's okay. I think once we get the final look together, it's going to be really pretty. So like I said, once you clean up the area around your eye how you want it, then you can kind of go in and start blending a little more, because you can actually see what the eye looks like, and if you want to apply any more, and if you need to do any more blending, you know, whatever's to your liking. So I do like when I zoom all the way in when I'm actually done, because I don't like doing my eyeshadow with the big side of the mirror, because I already can't see, so it makes it like really bad for me. But when I zoom in on camera, I can actually see where I need to fix these shadows. So now I'm just blending this deeper shade up a little bit, and I did not add any more shadow to this brush either. So I think that should do it. This took way longer than I expected. This is not what I was planning to do with this today, but we are here. Just flick those edges. I'm all out of frame, sorry. Just flick those edges. So I'm not going to apply any lashes, like I said. I do like it. Not my best, but it's okay. What's in my mouth? Ooh. So we're going to go off camera, finish the rest. I've taken enough time trying to figure this thing out. And I'll be back with the final look. See you guys in a bit. It still turned out beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the rest of what I used on my face. Then we're going to zoom into see my eyes and finish this video. So to finish the rest of my face, I use my Norm. Like I said in a couple of my last videos, I'm trying to finish these two foundations by Revlon, the color Stay, and I mixed two shades. I can't find the other one. It's somewhere in front of me. Here it is. These two shades, I'm almost out of them, especially this one. Great foundation, great foundation. For my setting powder this morning, I used my Fit Me by Maybelline. I love this powder. It's super dirt cheap, but it's like the best powder, hands down. It's so good. I set my whole face with my Ben Nye this morning to kind of bring that color back. I bronzed and highlighted with the same duo that I pulled out in my stash, the blush and bronzer by Juvia's Place, Tan and Volume 2. For my lips today, I actually think I got this from maybe like the drugstore, and the brand is Monday lip liner, and this shade is like a nudie type shade. And I just put on some gloss, which is the iconic London nudie pink, light pink lip gloss. I love this. It feels like a little light plumper, but it feels really good, really good on your skin, on your lips rather. That is about it. I did not apply any more shadows, so let me zoom you guys in to see the final look. But I do like how the eye look turn. You can still see the halo effect. I think it's pretty, but it really wasn't what I was looking for today. But it's still like super pretty after I got done with it. So this is what it looks like with my eyes closed. I did not apply any lashes because, like I said, my eyes are like kind of like on the funky wonky side these last 2 days. So I did not want to irritate them all day. So I just applied 3 coats of mascara to kind of thicken up my lashes, so I can so it wouldn't look like I don't have any, because my eyelashes like really short and thin. So that does it for the face. I'm sorry, I highlighted. Oh, loose hands this morning with my Wet n Wild Hummingbird. I don't know why, but I love this highlighter. I actually have it back up. And I highlighted my brow bone area and my inner corner and a little bit on my nose and my cupid's bow and my chin area. So I think that does it. That's everything I used on my face to finish this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have this palette in your collection, let me know how you feel about it. I know I said this about every palette, but I do like the color scheme. I like the way the formula works. It's like really, really good. So if you have it, let me know if you like it. Like I said, I don't know if it's still on ColourPop's website. I'm not 100% sure, but I do love the palette. So if you have not done so already, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel and become a part of my YouTube family here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.